All right, we're gonna start. You got Peter, Tasha, Tegan, Snowman, got Kyle and Tanner, if it shows them.
Yeah, you can see them.
Okay, and then you got Paula. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Hello, thanks for coming to my talk. My name is Dallin Brown, and I'll be giving you an informative speech on vehicle maintenance, specifically oil changes for motorcycles. Two German engineers developed what is considered the first motorcycle in 1885. To give you some perspective, that's the same year the Statue of Liberty arrived in New York, and the same year Mark Twain published The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. When you look at the first motorcycle prototype, you will notice that it seems primitive and vaguely resembles what we would consider a motorcycle today. Although motorcycles have come a long way from their original predecessor, there's one thing that remains a constant throughout motorcycle maintenance: oil changes. Today, I'm going to teach you about the importance of motorcycle maintenance and give you a small lesson on how to do an oil change yourself. As a motorcycle owner and motorcycle club president, I've had plenty of opportunities to get my hands dirty. I've found that changing oil is a very simple process that can be very rewarding. Now that I've told you a little bit about myself and the goals of this lesson, I'm going to tell you about the importance of vehicle maintenance and the benefits of doing it yourself. The California Motorcycle Manual from 2016 tells us that most riders are traveling slower than 35 miles per hour when a collision occurs. At these speeds, a US DOT safety regulated helmet can cut both the number of fatalities, the severity of head injuries by 50%. Just like we need to protect our head, we need to protect our bike. We can assure our motorcycle is protected by keeping it properly maintained. There are many benefits to doing your own maintenance. There are cost-saving benefits, and there are personal benefits by developing a new skill. I think it goes without saying that the biggest benefit to changing your own oil is the one in your pocketbook. Staying on top of your maintenance improves the longevity of your vehicle and saves you from spending on upkeep down the road. Oh, hello, more people. Remember, mechanic fees are expensive and lots of tasks can be accomplished at home. Changing your oil is very rewarding and can be a fun social experience. I find that I enjoy the process of developing new skill, and changing my motorcycle oil is very gratifying experience. There are many social benefits. Oh, hi, Kims. There are many social benefits to changing oil as well. I found the process is more enjoyable when working with a buddy. Now that I've told you about the benefits of doing your own maintenance, I'm going to tell you about the equipment you'll need to have a successful oil change. In an oil change tutorial given by thedrive.com, they remind us that the great chore master Mary Poppins once said, "A job well begun is a job half done." Just as a doctor needs their scalpel, a fireman needs their ladder, and a beat poet needs their bongos, our job as amateur mechanics, is to ensure we have the right tools before we do a job. You're going to need the right equipment to drain your oil. You'll need a wrench. You'll need an oil pan or drain pan to collect your oil. And you're going to need the right equipment to refill your oil. You'll need a new oil filter, and you're going to need the right type of oil, and you'll need an oil funnel. So, I highly recommend that you look up your motorcycle's owner manual online before you begin to get the right type of oil for your bike. Now that I've told you about the equipment that you need, I'm going to tell you how to use it to change your oil. In the 17th edition of the Motorcycle Operator Manual from Motorcycle Safety Foundation, we are told that regular maintenance such as tune-ups and oil changes are as important for a motorcycle as routine checkups by your doctor are for you. Now that we have the right type of equipment for our oil change, we can begin. First, we want to empty our oil. Use a wrench to undo the oil pan bolt, then let the oil drain into the drain pan. I recommend waiting about 15 to 20 minutes to let as much oil out as possible. Now we want to replace the oil. Replace the oil filter and the oil pan bolt. Use the funnel to refill the oil by pouring the fresh oil into its appropriate compartment. Now that I've told you how to change your oil, I'm going to wrap this up with some closing statements. This concludes my speech, and you should have a greater knowledge about vehicle maintenance. I have provided you with some benefits for doing maintenance yourself and showed you some basic steps to performing an oil change. Now that you have a greater knowledge of vehicle maintenance, you can now show off to your friends and family. Use these new skills to help others. Thank you. All right.
Good job.
6 minutes.